So you may know this month I gained over 12,000 subscribers and I want to be friends with all of you, so I figured that we should just do a video to get to know each other. I also need to get ready to film some other content, so I figured I could do like a chit chat, get ready with me, get to know me, and answer some of the questions that you guys sent like last week. But I want this to be a two-way convo, so throughout this video I'm gonna be answering questions, but I'm also gonna be asking questions that I want you guys to answer in the comments down below so I can get to know you guys too. Okay, first I feel like I should introduce myself. I'm using this e.l.f. primer. And if I look over here, it's because I'm looking at my mirror. My name is Kamillah. My friends call me Cam, so obviously you guys can call me Cams. I don't really love Cam just because I feel like that's short for Cameron, but I do love Cams, so feel free to call me that. Honestly, I hate introducing myself, and there's been a few videos where I'm like, hey, I'm Kamillah, but I don't really like doing that because I just feel like it's not that important to what I'm about to say. I'd rather just get into the video. And even in real life I'm that way. Like, I rarely like formally greet people or like do formal intros. I just go into the conversation. I've been using this combo for my eyebrows. It's NYX brow glue. It's in taupe. I wish it was darker, but whatever. And then this little like felt tip pen and espresso. So that's what I'm gonna go in with. Someone asked if I promote my channel on like any other platforms, like if I promote my YouTube channel anywhere else. And honestly, I don't really, just because I don't know. Promoting yourself, or for me at least, feels really cringy, so honestly that's why I don't do it. Sometimes I post clips of my YouTube videos on my Instagram, but I don't really like posting it there because my Instagram is mostly like family and friends, and they're just not the target audience for my YouTube videos. Like, I don't really care if they watch my YouTube videos or not. Sometimes I post stuff on TikTok, but that's really more so to grow on TikTok, not to grow on YouTube. It's just like content that I can post there. Okay, and here's a question for you guys. Please comment down below. What's your favorite type of YouTube content at the moment, or like who's your favorite YouTube creator at the moment? I want to know what you guys like to watch, but also I want recommendations on new stuff to watch. I haven't really been wearing foundation, especially in the summer, but I do take this foundation if I want a little bit more coverage and just use it like as a concealer around places where I have little spot. Okay, a couple people wanted to know how old I am. I'm 24 years old. I just turned 24 this past May, and currently I still live at home with my family, but that's changing very soon. I hope you guys are into moving vlogs and moving content because I'll be making it regardless. I like to put blush on before I put concealer on. I saw it on TikTok one time, I tried it and it worked. And I've been using this lipstick as blush because it's just a really nice color. Someone asked how I got a six-figure job. Honestly, I think it's mostly because of my education level and the industry that I'm in. So I got my first master's degree when I was 22. I went to Boston University and I studied linguistics and got a BA and MA in linguistics. I did my bachelor's in 3 years, and basically the whole last year was me doing my master's. And then right after that, I enrolled in I graduated in the spring, and in the fall I started a digital marketing master's program, and I only have one class left, so basically I have 2 master's degrees. And also I'm in the tech industry, and it's an industry where the pay is higher. I think what was most helpful when I was looking for internships and jobs was getting experience on my own, making sure I really was able to like set my online presence up well on like LinkedIn and sites like Handshake, and also doing in-depth research on the industries that I would want to work in. I have a few videos up going into more detail on how I did all of that, so I'll link a playlist right here for you. Okay, question for you guys. If you went to school, what did you study? And if you're working, what do you do? I don't always use concealer, but I'm going to today, and this is the Kosa one in shade 8.8. Someone asked if I saw this blow up coming. I absolutely did not see this blow up coming. I also only put like the teeniest amount on. I don't think you can really see a blow up coming. Like, it's just something that happens. So no, I didn't predict it. I did think that video might do well, but I thought well would be like, I don't know, 1,000 or 2,000 views. Never thought 200,000. And someone else asked me how it's been affecting me psychologically. I think like it is just a lot to take in. Obviously I'm so happy. Obviously everyone wants their YouTube channel to like take off. I think that sometimes progress that's so quick, or this kind of like explosive progress is a little hard to wrap your head around sometimes. Like my goal for the end of the year was 1,000 subscribers, so I'm just like, okay, what do I do? And I think it's like, I don't know, it's exciting, but also it feels like I'm putting pressure on myself now. Like, oh, am I gonna be able to make another video that gets that many views? Or like, was it just a fluke? I don't know. I feel like because of the topic of that video, I'm a little bit concerned that like people aren't gonna wanna watch any of my other videos, or like only want like YouTube advice kind of stuff. Those are like the little worries I have. Someone else asked like how my like family and friends have reacted to it. Everyone's been super supportive, especially my mom and my dad, and like they're not putting pressure on me, so I feel like it's helping to balance out what I'm feeling on my own. Okay, so instead of foundation, I've just been using this Pat McGrath setting powder as like, I don't know, a skin tone evener. I'm an oily girl, so I feel like in the summer I'd rather put this on than like foundation and have it sliding all over my face and stuff. I'm just dusting this on. Yeah, I'm just always concerned about being able to maintain what I've been given. Sorry, I just changed the light. I feel like this is a little better. I'm sitting by my window and it's early in the morning. Okay, a question for you guys. If you create content, what do you feel like is the biggest challenge that you face? For me, I think it's self-doubt in like the mental space, and the other like practical biggest challenge is editing. It just takes so long and there's such a big learning curve. Okay, next I'm taking this one size powder and just putting it under where I put concealer, or on top of where I put concealer. I'm using a little powder puff to do it. I got some content planning questions. Someone asked what tool do I use to plan content. I use a Notion template that I got from someone else, but I've heavily made tweaks to. And then also in my last video, I talked about like how I plan my content and script and stuff, so I'll link to it here. Someone else asked me if I batch content. Yes and no. I also put this wherever I'm oily, so basically just like T-zone. So I try to come up with ideas at the beginning of the month, and I try to always have like a month's worth of ideas at a time, but obviously I change them around sometimes. And then in terms of like scripting and filming, I try to film a week before I want to upload a video so that I have a week to edit it, but that doesn't always happen. But that's like my preferred schedule that I'm usually on. And I'm just dusting that off a little. Mocha Mommy, this is what I use for bronzer slash blush. Literally a life-changing product. Someone asked how I film myself doing my daily routine. I feel like that's a whole video topic in itself, but I'll link to a good video explaining how. And on that note, do you guys watch like lifestyle content or vlogs? Personally, I love vlogs, but I know they're not everyone's cup of tea. I also like making vlogs, but I try not to do too many of them because, again, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. But let me know if you guys like them. Okay, I do not do eyeshadow, but I do like to play up my eye shape a little. I normally don't do this during the day. I do it if I'm like going out like for dinner or at night or something. But I take my Fenty matchstick and espresso, take a little eyeshadow brush, let me zoom in so you guys can see, and just dust it here like this, kind of like in the crease of my eye. Very subtle difference. Okay, someone asked me how long it took me to feel comfortable on camera. Honestly, I feel like it's more of a frequency thing than like a set time. So I think at first maybe it took me like 10 videos to feel like, okay, I'm just like, this is a normal thing, or normal enough for me to feel comfortable. But if I go too long without recording, then it feels uncomfortable again. It's something that you gotta use it or lose it, I feel. And honestly, it also depends on the topic too, and how long I've been filming. So like usually towards the end of my videos, I'm always like, this is terrible, I'm gonna have to film it again. Like, I'm being so awkward. But then when I actually do like sit down to edit, I'm like, oh, like this is fine. So I said that to say that sometimes it's just in your head, and it's fine if you feel a little uncomfortable because you probably come off okay. Okay, and the other thing I do with my eyes is I take a little bit of like a shimmery eyeshadow or highlighter. This is a highlighter from NYX, and I take literally the tiniest amount, just like this. I'll even like dust it off on my hand. And put it right in the center of my eyelid, like right there. because that's where the sun would hit naturally, or light would hit naturally, and I just blend it out a little. Yeah, I think it gives my eyes a nice little glow. For mascara, I really just use any mascara, but if I don't feel like wearing lash extensions but I want my lashes to look longer, I use these little lash fiber things. I'll show you how it works. So I'm just gonna apply the mascara on regularly first. Someone asked how I stay organized with like doing so much stuff. I honestly do a lot of stuff, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with. Really what's helping me right now is my Notion template that I use for time blocking. Honestly, I probably would be in shambles without it, and you don't have to use Notion or that template, but the principle behind it is like at the beginning of the week, like on Sunday ideally, or just like before every day begins, so like either at night or first thing in the morning, I write down everything that I would like to get done that week and everything I have to do that week, and then put which days I'm gonna do what, basically. Okay, so this is how the little fiber thing looks, and they just like go on your lashes like this. And then you put the regular mascara back on top of it. I feel like my productivity system and how I stay organized is a whole video topic in itself. So I can make a video on that too if you guys are interested, and share that template with you. My favorite lip liner is this NYX one in Hot Cocoa. Honestly, I don't even think they make it anymore because I have not been able to find it anywhere. So I'm holding on to this nub for dear life. And I just like to put this Fenty lip gloss over it in, I think it's like Fenty Glow or something, the original color. And my last question for you guys is, what videos do you want to see from me besides content creator videos? Next week's video will definitely be how to make friends as an adult, and I'm also going to do some move-in content and stuff, and maybe that productivity video is one. But if there's any other topics or like videos that you'd like to see from me, let me know in the comments below. Okay, that's the finished makeup. Thanks for playing along. I hope that you got to know me a little bit more, and I'm excited to read all the comments to get to know you guys a bit more too. If you liked this get ready with me, you might want to follow me on TikTok because I make a lot more get ready with me's there and like mini vlogs and stuff. So follow me there if you're interested in that kind of content, and otherwise I'll see you next week. Bye.